Hello, hello! How are you guys today? Hello, Eleonora. Hello, Dark Shadow. On the dot. Amazing. Oh, it's not animated again. This is so lame. I can't believe this has happened to me again. Um, hey look, it's the little Halloween guys. How are you guys today? I'd love to know. Wouldn't miss this. Ooh. How is your guys' Halloween? In my heart, it's still Halloween. In my heart. And how was your week? Happy Friday, everyone. Happy November. Gosh. Almost at the end of 2025. What a time. What a time to be alive. I personally had a wonderful Halloween. It was wonderful to see my friends and to actually go to a Halloween party for the first time in like 3 years. Oh, amazing. Just watched a horror film. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I had a chill time. Oh, that's nice. It's good to take care of yourself and, you know, have a chill one if that's what you need. What horror movie did you watch, Dark Shadow? And I hope that things are looking up for you. Yeah, it's been rough for like ages now, so I hope things will start looking up for you very soon. Halloween was good, had our yearly little get together. Lovely, lovely. Did anyone play any Halloween D&D? Any spooky times? Personally, didn't. Personally, we're saving it, I think, for this week. Which I'll explain a little bit more about today, I think. But yes, here is my finished piece from last week. It should be animated. It's not. So rude. But usually there's like little sparks and embers and stuff coming up, and yeah, they're so cute. Then they look amazing. And today I have decided that we are going to be working on this. Which, you know, doesn't look like anything right now. But it will. It will. Because I'm gonna design some armor today. I thought I would treat myself. And design some plate armor. So I've got these little... I've just got some little figures. Just pinch them right off. Pinch them right off of Pinterest, you know. Because the bodies, they're not what's important. It's what's going on the bodies. So that's what we're doing today. Yes, I decided that I was going to design some funky armor for our major enemies of this campaign, I guess. Just in the fact that we are conflicted with them. The Drenched Inquisition, which I'll explain a little bit more about in due course, but basically these guys, they hate magic, they worship the Lady of the Damp and Rain, who is a goddess who is known for crying all the time and producing rain constantly. So it's very rain themed, it's very wet. Hence the title. It wasn't specifically a Halloween session, but we did get into some creepy shit. Oh, Yui! That's so in character for you, Eleonora. I don't think you're ever not having a creepy session at this point. Rewatched Evil Dead Rising. Oh, is that the one? Is that the newest one? I feel like that's the newest one. I remember I watched that one. It's quite intense. Quite intense, that one. There's like a chainsaw thing going on. It's like a wood chipper. Gosh. Fine. I really have. I do this all the time. I'm like, oh hey, I can totally sketch on stream. We know by now that I can't sketch on stream. It takes me so long. I might start with. Where should I start? I have a plan, but I'm not sure where to begin, because we have some different sort of types of armor, I'm thinking. Because we have like general foot soldiers, then we have like super powerful people, and then we have mages as well. What do they do with the mages? I don't know. They hate mages. What are they gonna look like? Oh, I don't know. So I'm just trying to figure out where to start. Hello, you are so loud. Jump scare everyone. Sorry about that. Shush. Okay, I think I have lots of references up. And I think what I want to start with is the helmet. Because something that I do know is that the Drenched Inquisition, they wear these like featureless masks, just like little eye holes. So we'll start with that. Yes, so let me explain a little bit about the Drenched Inquisition. Having a drink, so might be a bit quiet. That's no problem, Dark Shadow. Just hang out. Let me ramble about some lore, I suppose. What are you drinking? The Drenched Inquisition are this sort of religious. I want to say that they're like a paladin order. They're a bit like Crusaders, maybe. They're a bit like the Templars from Dragon Age. Kraken spiced rum and dark cherry. Ugh. Love. I do love Kraken rum. Yeah. Yeah, so they worship this goddess called the Lady of the Dampen Ring. And the lore for her is that she was like, I don't know, she was like the mother to 3 sons, and she had a husband as well. All gods in their own rights. They have like different dominions over different things, but basically the 3rd son betrayed the family and led to the husband's death, the father's death. And he betrayed the family because he was seduced by this other rival goddess, one of fire and magic and madness. And they call her the seducer, as you would, I suppose. And so this betrayer son, he killed his father, and so now the father, the husband, is the one who deals with death and the afterlife. And the mother, the Lady of the Dampen Rain, she cries all the time because her husband died and her son betrayed her, and that's why it rains all the time in the country that we're playing in. So how's this all come into play? Well, because the seducer is, you know, a goddess of magic and fire. They hate fire. They do not use fire. which leads to some very interesting challenges. They have some magical glowing stones for light, and they use like burning coals, like smoldering coals, for cooking and such, instead of an open flame. They need to have permits for open flames and things like that. Very, I don't know, inconvenient. Ooh, constant rain. Yeah, pretty much. Basically the UK. But yeah, it pretty much is constantly raining. It's at least a drizzle. If not, it's more. Sometimes it's storming, you know the drill. It'd be raining. And yeah, so they don't use fire if they can help it. So like blacksmiths and such, they need permits to use their forges and things like that. And there's specific rituals for how you're supposed to put out a fire once you're finished with it, and things like that. And yeah, so they don't approve of magic, and there's a lot of just rain motifs all over the place because they love rain. Which, I mean, it feels like a bit of like a toxic relationship because like you kind of have to love the rain. If you don't, you're kind of stuck, aren't you? Yeah, so these folks in their armor, I came up with this idea like a couple of weeks ago while I was doing other things, but I imagined that they would have these sort of channels down the front of their breastplates to like channel the rain. Have little holes, and they could channel the rain down their breastplates because the rain is like everything to them, and so they're not trying to cover up how noisy the rain is on their armor. They're, you know, they're letting it all get soggy and drippy and all of that, and it's like, oh, so much trench foot. So much trench foot. In this campaign. Yeah, it's really hard to talk and to design at the same time. But I do love it. So start with a very basic like breastplate, and then I reckon they have these. I have a couple of references. But I do reckon they have these sort of like plated breastplates. I think this is going to be like a very basic guy. And then on the lady one, do a more extravagant one for maybe someone a bit higher up. Because the betrayer son was the third son, part of that means that boys are not to be trusted. Boys are not to be trusted in this religion because they're just so easily seduced by the seducer, who is basically like the devil, you know. So typically, men are not priests. They're typically maybe like super low level priests, but they never have like a high place in the clergy, because they can just be so easily seduced, you know. God, like, keep it in your pants, you know. Yeah, silly boys. Yeah, exactly. So that's one thing. But then also every third son is given away, essentially, to the monastery. Mind of a man, SMH, SMH. Yeah, I know. Every third son is given away to the monastery. This is actually my idea, which is really funny. When we were world building. Yeah, they're given away, or like I suppose they used to be sort of like left out in the woods to die. Very classic, classic behavior. And but now they're sort of like given over to monasteries and stuff because they are seen as cursed. They're like 2 seconds away from betraying, from being seduced, that sort of thing. So rough. Kind of lolthy, kind of OG drow vibes. Be a third son. Yeah. So that's fun. But currently, for some reason, the current cardinal of Rome is like basically the Pope. For the first time in a long time, is actually a man, which is kind of strange behavior. He's always jumping in, these guys. Can't believe this. So yeah. Basically everything that's like related to the seducer. It's very you know, it's very like witch trials. And the Drenched Inquisition in particular are known as the witch hunters because they hunt for witches. They find them, they deal with them one way or another. And I'm not super familiar with how a mage becomes a member of the Drenched Inquisition in general. You can get permits for magic and such. Definitely don't trust them there. And that might become clear in the design. I think they might do one big pauldron. They have like a really fancy a big fancy one on one side and then like a smaller one on the other. Yeah, with this armor design I kind of just want to keep the water theme as much as possible. So there's like so many water motifs going on. So I was thinking maybe we would do, if this is like a basic guy, have some mail. Have some mail. Because he's a guy. Get it? It's like a bit drippy, you know? Places for the water to run off. Have like some nice channels and all of the water will just come down. And then with the mail part of it, I feel like the scale mail should be like teardrop shape, you know? Because then it's like, oh, it's a droplet of water. How nice is that? What do I think? I think this guy will kind of be like a General, just like a dude. I'll have this little like front piece, I think, comes down. This. And there'll be like little holes in it. Bottom of it. To travel through. Down like that. And then I think maybe he'll have a cloak just on one side, maybe? Like you kind of, like you need a cloak just by virtue of it being rainy all the time, but you're also trying not to make it look like you're avoiding the rain at the same time, you know? You want to pretend like you really love the rain, actually, and you really want to be sopping wet all the time, you know? So maybe it's like just like a general cloak. I feel like they should have the shape of their armor should just, it's just made for water to go like off. It's like little holes in it. So it should all just be out, like a roof. We'll do the little armpit. Do the little armpit guy. Because I love the little. Do the elbow guy as well. Because I love the elbow guy. Elbow. I'm just seeing like it's like, oh, it's like a roof, you know? And then have like the sigil there. This guy's like so wide. Just to cut in a little bit, I think. Just let's cinch these things. I'm so locked in on the armor, you guys. I'm so locked in. I think actually kind of liked what I had before, actually. We have these little bits. Around like that. So you got your little hippies. And then actually bring this collar. Actually, I like the high collar. It feels very intimidating. These guys are supposed to be very intimidating, so that's what I'm going for. I struggle with armor so much. How do you go about the shapes and how it fits around the body? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, for the most part, it's just reference. Just looking at reference, but that's kind of like a boring answer to give. I think my mantra usually it comes back to my mantra of like it just has to be believable. It doesn't have to be perfect. And what I mean by that in this specific case is just that, like, if you have your body already done, just have a think about how you move, and therefore, like, what bits need to give where. Like, how is this person going to move in this bulky suit? So they need to be able to lift their arm up. So, like, the underarm has to be free, the inside of the elbow has to be free. So you actually have, like, when it comes to, like, the little elbowy bit, you actually need to, like, leave a little circle like this, so that the elbow can actually, like, bend. And then all of my favorite bits of armor are, like, the really little pieces, because I think it's really funny with full plate armor where it's basically just like you're trying to make sure there is as few places you can get, like, shot as possible. So you, like, cover up the armpit either with, like, the big pauldron or with the little circle, or with the elbow, with the backs of the knees. When you have the bodice, like the breastplate, it actually tends to come out quite far. It's quite round. There's a lot of room, but then it comes in and you have, like, these different plates so that you can sit down. Like, these hip plates, they're only attached at the front on these little straps, because when you sit they have to go up, and if they curve round too far they won't be able to move up, which is why they're just on the front. You know what I mean? And also armor tends to be very, very bulky, because literally, like, there's never a time when someone's not wearing padded armor, and often chainmail as well, like, underneath it. Especially in fantasy, they wear chainmail underneath it. You would wear, like, padded armor underneath, and that's... So you have to have room for the padding as well, which does tend to make your characters, like, quite large. Last time I drew armor, it looked like a Lego character. Hey, I mean, they kind of do. Like, when you look at, like, you look at references, real world references, you tend to find that, like, a lot of armor looks really silly, actually. Like, sure, you got some cool ones, you got some cool fantasy armor that, like, just looks really sick, but for the most part you just look goofy as hell. Why I like monks. Yeah, you don't have to draw armor if you're doing an unarmored character. Which is why I don't like wizards. But I do like wizards. It's a joke. It's a joke. I love my mage characters. I love my wizard. Don't take her from me. But it was one of the main things I was like, no, about. I simply ignore that it exists. God, could not be me. I just love plate. I think it just looks sick as hell. I will say that full plate armor is the most difficult to do. It's very easy just to stick, like, a cool pauldron on someone and be like, yeah, this is armor. And why not, you know? But you also, you also get full plate armor just looks sick as fuck. It's just cool. I love it. You know, full plate armor is actually quite rare. Not many people used to wear it realistically, and also realistically, like in the real world, you wouldn't wear plate armor unless you were literally just about to go to battle. You don't tend to march around in full plate armor. You're a knight on a horse, you're jousting like an actual knight, or you're only wearing pieces of armor, or if you are in full plate armor and on the battlefield, you have just put it on. You don't march to battle in full plate armor, because you know what? Battles back in the day, these big medieval battles, they were usually scheduled ahead of time. The people would be like, hey, I'll see you on this field at this time, we're gonna duke it out. And they'd be like, alright. Or they'd scout out a place ahead of time and they'd be like, alright, well, this is where we're going, so then you'd march over to the place and then you'd camp and then you'd get all geared up ready for battle like right before. It's actually very strange and difficult for your D&D characters to be walking around in full plate armor just like all the time. They'd be sweating. I had to do a breastplate for one of our guys and I was like on the brink of crashing out. Oh dear. I recently redesigned the Lego, the man BBG for Drift's campaign. He looks less Lego now. Hell yeah. It's just practice, really. Practice and reference. And I don't know. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, I think. Is armor. Because I just, you know, I like to design it, and I also, it comes back to the way that I just generally like to design characters and clothes, which is I like to think about how they all layer together and fit together. So, you know, that's why. Okay, so I think he's going to have, he needs a belt. Needs a belt. So we might put the belt on his like itty bitty waist, or maybe we'll put the belt actually under here, because he needs a place to, so it would be like underneath this flap, but he needs a place to like hold the shackles and stuff for his swift apprehensions. And then under this, I think we'll do some mail, scale mail, because I want to show off the little like teardrop scale mail. I think I might take it away if I end up using it somewhere else. And then we'll do some long fabric, I think. Do like a long surcoat tabard. It's actually neither of those things, because surcoats and tabards go up on top of the breastplate. I don't want to cover it up. I'm scrapping the scale mail. I'll use the scale mail somewhere else. Yeah. It's like, it's pretty basic, but it's also vibey, I think. And then for the boots, I think they should have pointy boots, because I think it's silly. Should have pointy little freak boots. But I think actually they should just have sort of like steel toe boots, and the rest of the boot is just leather. because it is so incredibly marshy that actually you don't want to have your legs in metal, really, I don't think. Unless you're a fancy pants over here. I think that's what we'll do. And then he's just got some like trousers on underneath it. I like the Hobgoblin too, so he has oh, is it Mr. Zuka? Is that his name? Mr. Hobgoblin? Or is he the different one? No, that's your NPC. I forgot. You said BBEG. He's the evil one. I love a Hobgoblin. So yeah, so then we have okay. Have actually his little cloak coming down like this. Comes around. And some like fringe. Just things like if it was like almost like pearls at the bottom. That'd be really cool. So it always looks like he's dripping. Some cool reference I saw actually. Oh yes. Ooh, I love that actually. We bring down. Actually has like a bit of fringe. Oh, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So it has like a bit of, like that sort of medieval shape. It's like a bit like that. It's gonna be stuff like that. And then I think this cloak is like double layered. So if he needs to, he can flip it up and over like that and it creates a hood. But they tend not to because it's sacrilegious. Little freaky little zealots. And then I imagine that like a toned down version of this would probably be the sort of thing that the town guards would wear. Do some like kind of like a rosary. The Lady of the Dampened Rain has huge Catholicism vibes, but in like a really sick, fun way, rather than like a, I don't know, a weird way. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. Like it's like the really cool like cathedral Catholicism vibes that I love. I'm not religious in any way, but man, the aesthetics are so good. Oh yeah, we're getting there, you guys. I hate to say it, but I think I might be cooking. It has like maybe like a bit of fabric like around here. Ooh. As a Leonora may say. Ooh. Give it more rivets. Down. God. Right, and then so we've got this like, it's almost like a basin, you know, it all just like collects in the front, it dribbles down, and it might form the symbol, the Lady of the Dampened Rain. when I get it sent to me, I don't actually know what the symbol looks like. Some of this, or maybe I should just. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do with this underneath bit. But then, okay, so we've got this sort of like featureless mask on. So then if we have like ear, helmet, that I think will work really nice. So kind of just looks like a cap. Looks a bit like a hat. Which I think works because they're trying to they're just trying to be like, they're just trying to drip, you know. It's kind of like this. They have to protect themselves without being sacrilegious. They have to make it look like they don't mind the rain, you know? But they also have to protect themselves from the rain. Because otherwise, trench foot, you know? It's a really difficult angle to do this. And actually, and if you see what I mean, it's like kind of a silly like baseball cap moment. He's wearing a baseball cap. Your armor I wish to consume. No, don't eat it. Don't eat it. It's metal. It'll hurt your teeth. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love armor so much. You're just gonna hear me say that all day. So yeah, so you have like it's dripping. It's dripping. Might do actually. I don't know, some sort of like thing. This is. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with this. It's a really funky. It's a really funky angle for this particular shape that I'm trying to produce. But we're trying our best. Gosh, it's so difficult. Worth it. Oh, it's so sweet. Stop. Right. Okay. Do this. It needs to come like. Yeah, if we get like a little like ooh. Sort of vibe. Like it's kind of got to give the those Australian hats with the corks on the bottom. That's that's what I'm imagining, but just with water. get it to come in. And then it comes. Oh, this is just a sketch. It's fine. I don't know how these guys breathe, but that's fine. They don't need to breathe. The lady will provide the air that they need. It's fine. And then it comes down the back, and then that's his actual face. And then I have like a little flap, like a mutton chop flap. To protect the side of the face that the mask isn't covering. Come around. That. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Yes. So this is our first sketch. This is our first sketch of our first piece armor. I have a really fun idea for oh, indeed. Thank you. I'm wondering if I should just do like all of these rough sketches and then maybe like color them in really roughly, and then I'll come back another week to properly look at them. Could be pretty fun. I imagine that this can probably be down, maybe? That like comes down like that, and then it like covers, and then it's like, ooh, over the face. That's pretty cool. But for the most part, it's like a hat. It's like a shade. Yeah. Yeah, so I have like a cool idea for this one. But just for the mask, just for the face and the mask. I don't know what the rest of it's gonna end up being like. But one of my favorite way that I have drawn the Lady of the Damp and Rain is with her hands covering her face. Because she's crying. She's so sad. And so, of course, a little mask where, you know, it's like covering the eyes. You can still see through the fingers. That's the mask, and then comes down like this. I love fantasy. Huge. Huge. I love fantasy because of stuff like this. I don't get this in real life. Although there are some really cool pieces of armor in real life. I'll tell you that. There's a piece in a museum near me of armor, and it's like, it's been really, really heavily etched, and the person who owned it was like, they for some reason had requested like turnips. There's turnips etched into it for some reason, and they don't know why. They don't know why there are turnips etched in it. But to each their own, I suppose. So I think we'll do to have the face, like the hands covering the face. Bring the metal back like this, but then we'll have like a really cool little shroud thing. I want them to go back. And then we have this cool veil, and when it's raining, which it always is raining, it gets like stuck to them. Gets the vibe that I want. And of course, because this is, I mean, men and women, they can wear the same armor. You don't need a boob plate, I'm sorry to say. You in your breastplate, the breasts don't need their own pockets. It would actually be not good to have boob plates. Sorry to all those Skyrim lady armors, you know, bikini armor, boob breastplate, unnecessary. You just wear the same breastplate. There's enough room in there. There's enough room in there for your boobs. But because the women tend to have higher positions in this religion because men are not to be trusted, sneaky little snakes who will betray everyone, that means that they do need their own armor for this particular, because it's like a different role that they're playing, you know? This is a different type of armor, not because she is a woman, but because she is in a different position. Yeah. Maybe they just really love turnips. Literally, why call breastplate if got no breast? True. True that. Yeah, you just wear the same breastplate as anyone else, you know? It's like... So yeah, I had this really cool idea for this face mask. Nothing else. Should call it titty plate. Yes, absolutely. I agree. All that I do know about this in particular is that I want it to look grander than the first one because she's higher up. So this could be like chain. This could be like teardrop shaped chain, and then it's like comes down, or it could be fabric that gets like stuck. Have a nice pauldron, cause you gotta. Should call it titty plate. Exactly. Especially if you're a man. It's only a breastplate if you are a man. If you're a woman, it's just a plate. Might do a little like layered gorget thing. Because the higher up you are in a war sort of situation, when you're a general and things like that, the less you're actually on the field of battle. So maybe this is like ceremonial king, yeah? Perhaps. I do think that this would be a more sleek sort of fit that they would want. It's sort of like, oh, you're closer to the lady, so enhances the femininity and enhances sort of how close you are with the rain. So it's like way more skin tight, I guess. I don't know. Because you have like these bits that like poke out them with the foot soldier one. So maybe this is more like in the image of Our Lady sort of thing. I don't know. I don't know. We'll experiment. I feel like I just can't shut up about armor. Which is the whole. This is the whole thing. This is the whole thing. But perhaps you are tired of listening to me. Perhaps you are tired of listening to me ramble about my thoughts in real time. Truly don't know what else to talk about. Other than perhaps D&D. I don't know where I left everyone in terms of updates on my campaign. We did the werebat thing. Werebat thing was finished. Sorted that out. I mean, not forever. She's still a werebat. But you know, it's not a problem for another few weeks. Thank God. Thank the lady. And well, we finished our prologue and then we headed to a new city, which is very fun. And we've met an NPC. We met a couple of NPCs. It was kind of crazy. But we've met one of our NPCs that is probably going to be sticking around. Got our sort of joining the party NPC, which is nice. Her name is Eleanor, and she is a necromancer, which is so cool. Not for Senomarin. Not for Senomarin. Not because Seno is not a fan of necromancy, but just because Eleanor is a higher level wizard than Seno is, and that makes her viciously jealous. Just because Senomarin is very much like, not because like it's because Senomarin is very much like, being a wizard is my thing. Like, being good at magic is everything that I am. And now there's someone else here who can do it better than me. So, what's the point? Like, oh, now I guess I'm useless. That was my one thing. That was the one thing that I brought to the table, and this other girl is better than me at it. What's even the point? You know? I'm just like, oh. Eleanor herself is very sweet, very nice. Quite like her. She's very polite. Got session 0 for our horror campaign next Sunday. Woo! That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you. Oh. It's gonna be so cool. Remember what you said your campaign was gonna be. Oh, is it a Crooked Moon one? Or is it a different one? Gosh, my memory's so bad. this, yeah, this breastplate to look. Oh. There we go. Oh, I've just seen a really cool. I've just seen a really cool reference. Hold on. Let's get this in here. Oh yeah. Really big. Get it. Liked the way that that draped there. But this is kind of nice the way that this drapes. So maybe I'll put it underneath. Just comes around the side. And then this is part of the same thing. It's fine. Figure it out. Yeah, that's so exciting, Dark Shadow. What are you playing? Is it your... Gosh, I really can't remember actually. I feel so bad. We've had a lot of discussion about different characters recently. Because you had the one with the baby, the dragon baby. Then you have like Nataz and you have Drift. I'm trying to remember. You didn't say. But speaking of horror campaigns, I'm not part of a horror campaign, but my campaign is about to get particularly horrible. I was just talking like last time I was on stream about like sessions in an otherwise quite nice campaign that just end up being horror episodes, and I think that's due to be us in the next session, because well, with our new friend Eleanor, she is she's doing her like thesis basically. She's doing her gap year. And as part of that, she is studying Dwarven architecture, Dwarven relics, the lost cities of the dwarves and things like that. And so she's taking us underground to go and search, because she needed some help with that. And so now we're underground. We are 3 miles underground in what is known as the Upper Dark. Not quite the Underdark yet, but close. And ugh, you know what? I already know it's gonna be horrible. I already know there's gonna be some really horrible little creatures down there. Because our DM was very, you know, it's just we've heard about some of the horrors that might be awaiting us, and you know, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be really normal and not very scary, and just like, you know, really really nice. I think there's like eyeless creatures that curl up in the corners and just sob, and then when you get near them they start to sing, and it's like a siren song, and it like lures you in, and they're like these pale little skinny like golem creatures, but they got no eyes. Ugh, gosh, it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be so fun, but it's gonna be so frightening and weird. We love the horse. That's just me in my room. Yes, Isla's sobbing. Yippee! It's so funny. Yeah, that's gonna be really fun, and I really hope that no one dies, because we don't have Revivify yet, and that's always the scariest part of all. Yeah. we were lucky enough to have been sent some of a lovely uh, a lovely DM's Pinterest page, which is, oh, it's just full of the horrors. I've had a lot to drink. I'm sorry. I will just lurk. No worries. We don't judge here. I mean, I've not got a huge amount of stuff to say. I feel like I'm like rambling but not actually saying anything. You know what I mean? I'm very focused on trying to draw this. It's, God, it's so bloody difficult to so bloody difficult to design something while I'm also talking. I don't know why I did this to myself. You have a necromancer now, that's basically Revivify. Basically, I had a look. You know what? I feel like necromancer wizards should have access to Revivify. Maybe that's a hot take. I feel like they should, but they don't. Trust me, I looked. I was hopeful. But no. I have a contingency plan. But only if Brannigan dies. The only character that I have like any idea how to save would be him. So if it's not him, then then they're just fucked basically, because my character would not go out of her way to help them. I don't know. Rough, but like she doesn't know these people that well. Sucks to suck. Revivify is sorted under necromancy, isn't it? I also think was just to get it. Yeah, it is. They also have like healing and stuff like that. Is all necromancy, but yeah, I feel like even if wizards shouldn't get healing spells, because I feel like normal wizards shouldn't get Revivify and stuff like that, because it's like, damn, that they already have so much, you know. But I do feel like maybe a necromancy wizard should be able to cast Revivify, because I just feel like, I don't know, like they have like the whole beginning part of their like page, D&D.wiki page is all like, these wizards have power over life and death. Like, why can they only bring back skeletons then? Is it really that much? Like, you're saying that like reviving someone who's died within the past minute is too much for you, but like reviving a skeleton isn't. Like, that makes sense, you know? Summoning a little skeleton. That's just my personal opinion. I wanted to give her a little elbowy bit, like a bit of a different vibe. Comes in. That. And then I think she'll have like the chainmail, scale mail vibe coming down, like it's like sleeves, basically. And then she'll have like a really nice gauntlets. I think the gauntlets are the bit that I struggle with the most, because I tend to just kind of end up with the same. I tend to kind of just end up with the same shape every time. I feel like I'm not sure how to I'm less familiar with how to make them like cool. I think gauntlets on their own are pretty cool. I like all the segmented pieces. Spikes on them. Oh, we could do actually, instead of the elbow bit, we could do... Could actually do like a beefy gauntlet slash bracer that like comes out. We have some like I like the idea of them having lots of little like chains and drippy bits. You have like it has like the big sleeves coming down like that. She has big gauntlet. Just super. Something like that, and she'd probably have straps over here. And then this sort of comes down behind. And maybe that's all chain. Well, if it was chain, it could also be fabric. Just very heavy, very dedicated to goddess. Yeah. And we will do the hips. Just little ones. This. The long bit at the front. It's at the back. They have chain coming down the front with a little scale mail shirt. Little beading. Drip, drip, drip. This is really like drip or drown. But it's drip and drown. Because that's what they do to witches. Fun. Fun, fun. Love to see it. They have... I feel like these queens should get cool. I'm not sure how to say it, how to pronounce it, but the chausses, which are the leg pieces. Come all the way up the leg to protect the leg. They have the knit. These tend to be very segmented. Silly! Again, would eat your armor, would eat your art. Thank you. I think yes. All of this should lead down. It's all like it all just points down. It's all dripping. It's all drips. The water runneth down. Just comes in, and then you have like the little like calf, the little like shin bit, and then the booties. The booties are the most segmented part because you've got so much movement going on. Because you got the ankles, you got the toes. So these little like booty bits, they actually don't wear them that much. I think back in the day, it would usually just be covers for boots, which I think I will do in this case. Just be a cover for it, but it is like a boot. And then probably some sort of like leather trouser. It's like good. Managed to completely cover up this second leg, which is fun. Let's put wow. Yeah, okay. We got some cool stuff going on. We got some cool stuff going on. Is it perfect? No. Is it cool? Maybe I'll have a little like I don't know. I just saw like a piece. Just saw like a reference where there was loads of chains and stuff dangling down, and I just think it'd be really cool. Like everything about them is just so dangly. So yeah, okay. And then they'd probably have like a belt, their hair, and they'd have their sword. Probably have some holy water attached to them somewhere. Oh, should do chains. Should do dangly chains actually. This. Oh yes. I love dangly bits. They're so fun. They are. You're so right. So right, Eleanor. I think it just adds so much. If in doubt, dangly bit. So yeah, here we go. We have our two so far. So yeah, her bit comes down like that, and then she has a bit like that. I feel like also maybe she should have an extra cloak. Maybe it trails along the ground. Maybe it trails along the ground. Maybe it trails along the ground. That would be sick as hell. They're not very, you know, their lady will protect them. They're not really about what would be clever for them in such a rainy country. Like they wear these metal armor and stuff when the rain will hit it, and it will just be so noisy. Okay? But that's on purpose. It's on purpose. Damn, that's sick as hell. I really like her. She's so cool. She's so cool. You'd hate to meet either of these guys on the battlefield, to be honest. This does kind of make me want to give him... This does kind of make me want to give him something similar. Actually, maybe unmask it. Just like... So I originally wanted them to have like silly little kettle hats or whatever. But with her looking so cunty as she is, I feel like maybe he needs a veil of some kind. Like this. And then like I just maybe literally just like the same. It's just like that. Don't know. Not sure. What do you guys think? But this sort of like veil version kind of looks the same. Or got this version with the helmet. The helmet looks goofier, but I think that's just because I've drawn it badly. Or maybe... It's also this really fun sort of this chain that comes down, which is also fun. Kind of like that silhouette that it kind of covers everything. That it looks nice, but they might match too much. I think they make that good. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they might be a little bit too similar. Do you kind of like this? Be cooking. An alternative option. Yeah, could be. Because I mean, he was gonna have like a hood on top anyway. Like he could like flip over his cloak to do the hood. I just need to change the helmet in general. There's some really good, like, fun options from real life. Maybe it just needs to be just a little closer. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. We'll just leave it. There he is. No, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I think I just drew it badly. I think I just drew it badly and that's the issue that I'm having. Let's delete that. This is so fun. I love designing armor. Oh fuck, they're on the bad layer. It's fine. They're just sketches. I'll be brave and I'll merge them. I'll do a little overlay and then maybe I'll throw some colour in just so we can see truly, well and truly, what I've got cooked up. Feels like it's been a very chill stream this week. I feel like in previous weeks, we've had so much to say, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I've definitely been yammering, but you know, just hanging out, taking it slow this week. Had a big Halloween week. This week and next week I've got people coming to visit, which is like, I mean, I'm very excited to see them. It's gonna be very nice. See some family. There's also like one after the other, so it's like, oh, so busy. Which is why I can't stream next week, sadly. It's nice just to hang out. Chill time. And it also means that next week I get to play D&D twice. So that's because we're missing D&D this week, but it's fine. It means I get to play D&D twice next week. So I'll have loads to talk about, hopefully. Next week. Not next week. Week after that stream, because it'll be like so much D&D. Get to tell you all about how horrifying everything was, probably. A win is a win, exactly. You get it. Get it. And I was thinking for next stream, I mean, we'll see, because maybe I'll want to continue working on this on stream, but we'll see if I get locked in. If I want to continue working on this on stream, then I'll do that next stream, but if not, I was thinking maybe of designing a little character, because last week we were talking about all the classes that we hate. All of the classes that we hate, which classes we don't get on with well and why. And I said that my least favorite classes were Artificer and kind of Blood Hunter and also Barbarian. So I was thinking maybe I would design one of those. See if I can Pavlov myself into liking them. If I can make a character that I really, really like, that is one of those things, then maybe I'll be into them. Just a thought. Do little leather booties. our little leather belt. Boom. We do some black trousers. But that doesn't really matter, does it? Some nice blue. So that's like the whole thing, isn't it? Rain. Just crying all the time. It's watery. It's wet. So now we can see kind of the silhouettes that I've got going. So I can change it. 2. Be slightly lighter blue. Here. Got like a nice little bit of fabric like underneath. Bit like a medal or something. Not that he's got a medal. Just for the vibes. Maybe he's wearing some blue padding underneath as well. And then we need back of his cape. Then if we whack the front of his cape, it's kind of cool to have like a darker, one side is darker and then the other side is underneath is a bit lighter. Fun. Grungy bits go. Nice. This is the thing I really like about character design in general, is just like having a concept for something, having like a gimmick, essentially, thinking about the character and then just pushing every single element of that character's design to show that motif. So literally everything about the way that these guys look, it's all about the dripping of rain. It's all about it's all about the lady, it's all about the dripping of rain. So they've got like these little pearly bits, so it always looks like they have water dripping off them, even on the very rare occasion, and I mean very rare, that she's not crying. They have these little like pearls and beads and stuff. Have their, I imagine that their rosaries are white and pale blue beads and pearls and chains. Keeps them safe. It's like water droplets, you know. to be... I think the other fun thing about them is they're supposed to be... These guys are supposed to be intimidating for people who aren't part of the church. So a lot of our characters, they are supposed to be quite frightening. But for everyone else, for believers in The Lady in the Dampen Rain, those true of heart and everything like that, they would actually be relieved to see an Inquisitor. And so you've got to strike that balance where there's just something a little bit uncanny about them. And I think a lot of that is achieved in their sort of featureless masks. The fact that they are hiding their faces. They're just covered in silver. And it's a bit... oh, something off about this. Yeah. It's like the worst thing you could ever see if you're someone that they're coming to fetch. But if you're the person who called them, you're like, oh yay, they're finally here. That's an interesting one. I recently had a commission. Like, this is in the same vein of the like character design discussion, where they were basically like, I don't know what this character's wearing, but this is their vibe and this is who they are, and these are their like they were very like deep sea fish vibes. They were a Triton. They were Triton, and like their whole vibe was like deep ocean creature with like weird eyes and like gross, like way too many teeth and all of that, where they're like supposed to look a little bit freaky and stuff. But they were like, oh, I don't know. I don't have sort of any idea as to what they should wear. Like maybe armor, maybe like this kind of armor, maybe not. And so I basically I gave them like the sort of nobly vibe clothes, because that's part of the suggestion. But literally every single aspect of the armor and clothing that I designed was like fish themed. So like the like plates of the armor had like scales etched into them, and like they had like a pauldron, and it was attached with like a strap, but the straps were made of like fishing net ropes and stuff like that. Fish. And I thought it was really fun. I really liked it. It was really fun to design, and it's fun to just go like crazy and be like, I was given one thing to focus on, so I'm gonna ham up every aspect of this design to be that. So yeah, that's on character design. Like if you think it's too obvious, do some more. Add some more to it. And then you can cut down later. Just clean up some of these lines. So, oh my gosh, there's fireworks going on. Something that's really odd to me is the fact that just like anyone can buy fireworks. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed, because Like currently I have so many people on my street who are just doing fireworks late into the night every single day. And that's like it scares my cat. It scares my cat and that's rude. Um she was the worst on fireworks night. Actual fireworks night. It's just so like why can just anyone set off fireworks? That doesn't feel like it should be I don't know. It's just odd to me. I've only ever had fireworks, like, gone to like fireworks displays, like actual fireworks displays. I don't really know what the appeal is. Setting off fireworks in your own backyard. It's not gonna be as good, is it? Era's final design is just gonna be Harry encased in ice. Hey, listen, if that's what if that's where she's going, that's where she's going. Just add like just add some gradients to give the illusion of shading. Over here we get to play the game of fireworks or gunshots. Yeah, oh my gosh. I can only imagine. Because sometimes it really sounds like sometimes it really sounds like gunshots over here. And I'm like, oh my god. Who's got a gun? But it's not. It's not because, you know, I live in the UK. But it would be actually quite frightening, I think, to live somewhere where guns are commonplace. I couldn't. Just be too stressful for me. I just don't see the need. I don't see why. It feels so unnecessary. Unnecessary and frightening and dangerous. And it's up to you to guess which one I am talking about. It's a trick question. I was talking about both. Oh. Sci-fi's kind of French sounding. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's the accordion. Is it an accordion? I don't even know. There we have Phil. Actually, I have more metal. Just kidding. This is gonna be such a nightmare to render. But in like a fun way. Chains. She's so fierce. I wanna be her, wait. Is the Advanced Inquisition kind of based actually? The base actually looks sick as hell. My state sells the most fireworks every year, and we have year-round warehouses dedicated to them. Absolutely obnoxious. My word. Like, God forbid I take away someone else's like whimsical time. Like, yes, absolutely. fireworks are just full of whimsy and fun, and that's nice. But it's also like you can have that you can have that without doing it yourself. I fear. I don't know. It feels so. People are just so obnoxious with it. I don't know. Like, I like fireworks, but you know, maybe not everyone should be doing them all the time. Just a thought. Oh, this was the sword. I remember now. I was just seeing like loads of lines back here. Like, what the fuck? Gonna clear it up. Clear up the lines, clear up the silhouette. Do shade of blue. Kind of wanted to come down like this, and then we have just coming down all the way. Maybe that's maybe it's like basically what, because you know she's supposed to be, the dampen range is supposed to be pure. But maybe I'll make it like dark blue, like that. Sure. So I feel like this silver armor does a pretty good job making them look like they're trying to be very pure. Or maybe it's like the same but reversed of this. It's dark underneath, but white on top. Ooh, hold on now. That's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. Maybe do. Where's this? This. That maybe? Ooh. 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 Kinda dig it. I feel like this needs to come out. It's like kind of just being pushed by her leg. I think that's pretty cool. Add the little pearls and chains going on. I imagine that the priests wear something fairly similar to this, just less metal. these sort of drips. I kind of I've lost the shape there a little bit. It's okay. Just pretend they're still drip shaped. Oh, I really like the pattern we've got on that one. Actually, I really like this front piece. It's really nice. Some more chains and stuff. She's basically holding a rosary, I think. Angles down. Maybe there's like a little bottle of holy water at the end of it. Ooh. As Leonora would say. Ugh. Oh, I really like her. I really like her. She's really cool. Add like a little bit. Oh, I've got like 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, where did the time go? I'm glad I added some. I'm glad I added some color to these sketches. Because now they're like a little bit more sketches, you know? I love when women. So true. I love when women. Just when women. It's just so famous. So, shading on that. Oh yeah. This word "ugh" has become more frequent in your vocabulary via osmosis. It's fine. It's fine. I like it. It's a good word. It's a good word. I'm just conscious of it. I'm conscious of it when I'm talking about my own art because I'm like, I can't be saying ugh. I can't be the one. It's to be someone else. But listen, she just looks so fierce. I want this armor. Are you kidding? But you can! You can, I swear, I promise. I suppose I can. There's nothing stopping me, is there? She's supposed to be wearing a belt. No! Wait. Wait. Bring the belt back. Bring it back. Oh, I think the belt actually does quite a lot to differentiate at this point between the breast, the plates and the scale mail, because this is supposed to be scale mail. It's scale mail, I promise. And it's in a teardrop shape. It's in teardrop shapes. And this is also scale mail. But I can't really. I'm not gonna. I don't have the time. I don't have time. Just pretend. Where did the time go, you guys? I feel like we were just hanging out. All I've been doing is yammering on about armor. You guys have hung out with me. And now we're at the end. Now we're at the end and I have two 2 designs of armor. Yeah, that's it, you know? So deep, so deep. My brain is fried. 2 banger armor designs. Thank you so much, Eleanor. That's so sweet. They're gonna look so delicious, I think, when I have fully rendered them out. And I'm excited to do the mage one. It is a shame that I didn't manage to get the mage one done, but I think the mage one would be really cool as well, because they don't trust them, so they'll probably have like a muzzle on, essentially, or they'll have like sort of chains on their hands. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. Cool and sketchy and scary, because they have to have a way to subdue these mages, like, as soon as they're done with whatever they need them for. So, yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me come up with these designs on the fly. I'm pretty impressed with how they came out, to be fair. Especially considering how difficult I find it to talk and design at the same time. I always do this to myself. I hope you guys have had fun hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being here, Eleonora and Dark Shadow. I won't be streaming next week, but I should be streaming the week after, so that'll be nice. And maybe we'll continue on this. Maybe I will be designing a little artificer or a barbarian or something, because I hate them and I'm gonna force myself to like them. Who knows? Who knows? I'll keep you guys. Well, it'll be a surprise on the day. It's always a good time hanging out. Yeah. It's so fun to hang out with you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me every Friday. It means the world to me. It's why I do this. It's why I do show up every Friday. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't bother. So thank you so much for being here, and yes, I will see you not next Friday, Friday after, and I will tell you about my horrible D&D sessions, and you guys can tell me about your horrible D&D sessions, your horror campaigns, and all the freaky shit that happens. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it so much. Love you guys, and have a good week. Have a good 2 weeks. Play some D&D, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.